We're testing now the MBL grease on the friction brake test machine. MBL, of course, standing for metal base lubricant. The metals that are in the base lubricant are micrometallic particles between 1 and 8 microns of copper or lead in this lithium complex grease. We're going to be, of course, comparing this grease, and you could use any grease on the market today. We'll be using this brand. Of course, any grease could be used in comparison, this also being a lithium complex grease also. So let's turn on this machine. We've got the hardened steel flywheel. We're going to bring in contact with that. This flywheel will rotate as a result of this electric motor here. We're going to bring in touch with it this case hardened roller bearing, metal on metal, and we're going to put the grease in between. Of course, our torque wrench will show us how much pressure we're applying to those two metal surfaces, and then we have our amp meter here to show how much power we're drawing to keep that flywheel turning. I'm going to apply a fairly generous amount of grease to this flywheel, and by just turning that on, you'll notice there's a very generous amount on that surface. We'll apply a little bit there also. Wipe the residue off. Now let's bring these two metal surfaces together. Well, straight away there we are breaking through those two surfaces, and very quickly we can break through that grease. In fact, with impact, we're able to grab that wheel fairly easily. What I want to do then is just take away that excess now, and we'll apply the MBL grease. Wipe it off so that we get no assistant effect whatsoever from the test grease. Both metal surfaces are completely clean. And we now apply the MBL grease. Just a small amount really. We're using this application spatula to be able to show just how little you really do need in terms of this grease. We bring these two metal surfaces together. You'll notice that just with the small amount, and there's still a reasonable amount left on the spatula, we're able to dramatically reduce any noise. Of course, by reducing the friction and heat, we reduce the wear. You'll notice that hardly any power was necessary to draw this from this motor for that flywheel to continue to spin, and the grease, of course, has outperformed in every way. The MBL grease really is a fantastic product to be used in greasing applications.